What's good, y'all? It's your man Loudkicks. It's another episode of Loudkicks Podcast, man. We can see, right? Hold on, before we get into that, y'all know who Quez is, but
True.
Our guest today is, the visionary, the magazine creator, the photographer, the innovator. My God,
Living legend.
You know what I'm saying? Somebody who I'm glad to be able to link with, man. Got my man Muenfua from BYDESIGN magazine. What's good with you, boss, man?
Yeah, appreciate such a pleasant.
Come on, man.
Like a very pleasant introduction there.
Oh, you mean the introduction that you know what I'm saying? You earned that. You earned that. You know what I'm saying?
To be honest, it wasn't enough from what I've seen.
Yeah,
I appreciate it.
The list goes on, man. The list goes on. So, how everything been going with you, man?
I've been.
What's up, man?
I've been pretty good. I'm blessed. Blessed here in Kansas City. Just trying to make it happen. Just trying to make a hustle. You feel me?
I love it. I love it. So, man, for real quick, this ain't our usual backdrop or nothing like that. But tell us a little bit about where we at and just what this means to you first off.
Yeah, absolutely. So we're in Blip Roasters. It is a coffee shop and roastery here in Kansas City. Their big thing is built, not bought. A lot of motorcyclists out here. And I bet you're wondering, like, yo, how in the world did that even happen? Really, they've just been a big supporter of BYDESIGN throughout the years. So we're really cool with the owner, Ian. When I hit him up, I was like, hey, I have some buddies coming down. We'll do a podcast, do a quick interview. He's like, I mean, I appreciate you asking me. You don't have to. You can come here. So, yeah, these are just great friends, great coffee. Kansas City has a great, rich coffee scene. So this is one of the many that are doing their thing for real. Great space as well. So
it is, man. I'm even looking around, and honestly, this background isn't doing it any justice, man. Cause I look around as soon as you walk in. Not only do I see your magazine, but I see they got merch here. I see they support locally a lot, and that's a big thing. So just you touched on it, but like, how's it feel having somebody local? You know what I'm saying? Just support you and be behind you like that before we get.
Yeah, it feels really good, honestly. Like, I mean, with anything that you do, you hope that it like resonates with some kind of audience. But I don't know, like just to see the magazine in different locations in Kansas City, to see people like excited to take pictures with our products, it's like the coolest thing ever. And like to know that it's like the intentions are genuine. So like to see the genuine support is always like a great feeling. Like you can't replicate that.
Already, that's good. Yeah. That's good. Quez, how you doing, man? Everything good with you?
Hey, man, I'm blessed and highly favored. Glad to be here, man.
I feel it.
Amen.
Yeah, you hear? I'm blessed and highly favored. I'm good. That's what's up. But no, I'm good too, man. It's good to be here in Kansas City, man. It's good to branch out and you know what I'm saying? It's dope to see what the transition, man. So just a little quick history for y'all, man. Me and Alan went to school together, man. That's how me and Muenfua went to school together, man.
It's interchangeable. It's
interchangeable. You know what I'm saying? So,
people do that all the time.
Confused, but we went to school together, man. Always been a good dude, and to see his progress from what it once was to what it is now, from not only the magazine but just the photography and all that, just to see the growth, man, is dope. And we all about giving flowers on the show, man.
Oh, appreciate that.
So yeah, just wanted to give it to you, man. You and John doing y'all thing, man. Everybody that's involved, keep doing it, man. So yeah, just keep doing y'all thing.
Blessings,
yes,
man. Blessings.
Thanks.
I really appreciate that. Like you already know, like it's relentless, like trying to get better every day. Every day is like a chance to get better, sharpen the skills. Like we're never content with where we're at. So that's like the best part. Like it's always a growth factor to it.
Facts.
So much fun.
Yeah. So you mentioned growth, man. So what's one of the hardest? What issue has been the most? Outside of the first one, of course, but outside of the first one, what's been the most difficult issue that you had to deal with? And what issues do you even encounter? Like, when I'm thinking of a magazine, I'm like, okay, cool. They got to get quotes, articles from certain people.
Yeah.
Of course, the pictures got to be dope, but, like, what made you go the route you did, and what's some of the issues you come across, man?
Bruh, there's a lot. There's always setbacks. Well, really, BYDESIGN started really because so I'm from Kansas City originally, went to K-State with you guys, and then of course once I graduated I moved back. I found a job, so I kind of discovered photography later on at K-State, really enjoyed it, really wanted to take it to a next level because I saw myself I didn't necessarily want to be a photographer full time, but I wanted like photography to lead into something creative.
Right.
But I took a job in banking, which was trash.
I'm gonna wait till that. I'm gonna collect this dough and
Trash.
invest it real
Trash.
quick.
Well, you
I'ma
know,
holler at y'all.
yeah, that was going to be the investment into the craft. So, you know, when I moved back, a lot of like the Instagram communities, the creative communities, it was so early. You know, it's kind of crazy. Like, it was only just 2016. So that was a couple years back.
Yeah.
But like so much has changed since then. So, you know, they were just starting to get like these creative communities out here based around social media.
Yeah.
So I would go to a couple of these like meetups. They were complete trash. Like all white people, no interest in getting to know us, no interest in our work, no interest in our art, not sharing our stuff at all. So, you know, doing the groundwork of meeting so many different creative people out here in Kansas City, the need was there for like a kind of like a unifying platform to bring Black and really creatives of color in a room to just celebrate each other. So over time, like we just worked through that, just grew organically of getting to know people. And of course, then started off as a lookbook project. I was like, yo, I just want to. It was all selfish at first. Like it was like, okay, I want to work with brands. I want to get out of corporate. I'm tired of this mess. So I'll do a lookbook with Black models. So I recruited Justin, who was in KC as well. He thought he was like my low-key manager of photography. I was like, bro, back off. But I was like, come on, I know you love fashion. I know you're trying to do this business relationship thing. Let's do this project. And then we ended up recruiting our third co-founder, Tony, who's now in, originally from Lansing. Now he's in like the Toledo area in Ohio. But he was living out here in Kansas City, working out here. I just sent out a little post on Instagram. And he's like, yeah, I'll help out. I was like, cool.
Right.
So he's like initially wanted to be a model. Come to find out, this Negro does graphic design. He's into branding, which I was trying to get into branding. I knew a little bit about social media. So the three of us kind of formed that. So, I mean, throughout the process, issues have arisen in terms of just like, we don't have any capital. So we don't have any money to really do this thing. But we just keep making it work.
Beautiful.
Building those relationships, even just managing a team, which it varies over time. Because, you know, no one is really getting paid, and we try to be transparent about that in terms of like how we're handling that. Because I feel like as creatives, give them the opportunity. I'm not going to sweat you if you say no. But, you know, there's been issues with that in terms of managing that. I remember like the third issue back there, we literally had all our writers like just drop off. And I was like, oh my God, what are we gonna do? So really the strategy behind issue 3, which is crazy, which is this was late 2018, going into 2019.
Okay.
I looked at Justin, we're just sitting at this coffee shop out here. And I was like, okay, here's what's gonna have to happen. Because we also saw growth doing this. It was like, it's gonna have to be all interviews. So okay. I was like, we love doing interviews. Let's go talk to all these people. I take all the pictures. You do most of the writing. That's what it's going to be.
Yeah.
And then, of course, Tony puts it together, graphic design. Ended up being a very successful issue, elevated us completely. But it's like, just those type of setbacks happen all the time.
Exactly.
So there's tons of issues, but that's what makes you better. Like, that's what makes you better. So, yeah, there's just too many, but that's a few.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel that. So, and even speaking through those issues, man, because even I've been through it. You know, you talk about a team, you know, and a lot of times, like, you know, you may have to go through a couple, like, members to get the team that you really need around you. You know what I'm saying? And I think sometimes that can be, like, the most challenging thing is because it's like, you know, a lot of times when you cut ties, you may hear like things you would have never heard if y'all was still working together. Like, man, he's an asshole, or he's hard to work with. When it's like, nah, I just strive for excellence. You know what I'm saying? And somewhere along the line, our drive didn't match. You know what I'm saying? So we had to just go different ways, and that's okay. You know,
it's a learning experience because I'll be completely transparent. I still struggle with that to this day, but you know, I used to take some of those things personal whenever things wouldn't end as well as maybe I would want it to. And usually it does. Everybody's very civil when they want to step away, and I completely understand. Like, everybody should have the right to pursue whatever they want to pursue. But I think the beautiful thing about that is realizing, I think with my leadership style, which there's always room for improvement, is like, the other co-founders joke about me, say, "Oh, you got a Mamba mentality," because I take so many things like I'm the Jordan meme of like, "Oh, I took that personally, and I'm about to go make that happen." So it's like I'm just that type of person working with me. I'm just like, let's get our hands dirty. No ego in the sense of like, we understand that we're not experts, so don't come in here trying to be an expert if I know you're not an expert.
Right.
Unless you've done what we're trying to do right now, come in with the same mentality that we have. Get our hands dirty. Let's do this work. Let's do the research. Let's learn as much as possible.
It's good, Josh. Your man Loudkicks here. And today's episode is sponsored by Asai's Journey. The candle that you see today is called Chemistry. Honestly, one of my favorites. But they're based out of Philly. And not only that, it's black owned. So the link will be in the description. Be sure to go check out the page and the website and tell them Loudkicks sent you, and you might get a prize. All right? Enjoy the rest of the episode.
You come in here with like some kind of expertise, just know I probably already read up on it. And I know enough to call your bluff on it.
Yep.
And that's just kind of my mentality. It's more or less like, let's just do the work together. Let's get in the nitty gritty of it. Let's make that happen. We're going to push back on ideas. We're going to say, hey, can you take it this far, or can you expand on this idea? Like, it's just trying to bring something valuable and really quality to the world. Like, we want to have we have a quality voice. We actually want to say something.
Of course.
So it requires a lot of attention. It requires a lot of demand. So yeah, like it just comes to accepting like your style, and not everybody's going to work with it, but also people can do what they need to do too. Like it's like a two-way street. It's very interesting. So
and not compromising that within the process. You know what I'm saying? Just not compromising. Like, what you see is what you get. You know what I'm saying? And then like as far as like the art, because I remember Quez talking. I heard y'all talking a little off the camera about the art aspect. You know what I'm saying? So like, what was you asking about the art aspect?
I was asking about issue 3. Like, that is a very beautiful cover.
Let's call it a masterpiece.
Yeah, it's just gorgeous, bro.
No, it is. And so where you come up with what is the process? You know what I'm saying?
Like, what inspires all this good stuff?
okay.
And what takes that? Yeah.
No, that's a good question. How do I? It grew organically, but with every issue, there's a campaign along with it. So every issue is themed. So it's not just like one running like, oh, every issue has a concept. We purposely choose who's going to be in it, or try to pick people that kind of make sense and kind of tell stories around that concept.
Okay.
At first, like issue 1, it wasn't really developed. We called it The Process, which is basically the idea of just getting started. Issue 2, we started being a little more reflective of like our experiences. So when issue 3 came around, it was really a struggle for me because I think with anybody our age, like identity politics and like trying to learn who you are, and imposter syndrome, like feeling like you don't belong, feeling like you're not good enough, comparing yourself to people. So I felt myself like in that space. I think Justin felt the same way. So we called this idea called The Kids, which is kind of talking about identity and like owning your space as a young person and young professional. And we interviewed a variety of people because we wanted to showcase like creativity looks different. Excuse me. We have like an educator, a guy that runs a travel company. I don't know if you know Chitty.
Okay.
He's super dope. There's just a ton of people. Obura down in Dallas, who entrepreneur, just creative guy. And the idea was just to like have them be open and share their experience about just owning who they are.
Right.
So yeah, like each one is just like comes from like real life, but it's also like taking a look at culture and taking a look at what people are talking about. How can we speak to that in a way that is more insightful? Like it means something. Like I'm not trying to rehash what people are saying on Twitter. I want to give people a newer perspective and a perspective that's rooted in truth versus just a perspective that anybody can have. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's really just, it takes time. Like we consume a lot. Like me personally, I consume a lot. Like, and it's not even just like with music and social media, which helps. I have a ton of magazines. I read. Like I'm looking for inspiration anywhere, and I'm also like very reflective, so that I can like bring that to the table with concepts. Yeah. And I think once you really train that muscle, and that's a thing for any creator, once you train that muscle, like you gain inspiration out of anything. Like, oh, that bag, it reminds me of this and that. And you can explain it, you can break it down, and you can start going into the symbolism, and then you can tell stories through that. So it just kind of like developed through studying, but also being aware of our own experiences of what other people are going through. And it's a beautiful thing that connected with people. So that cover was really dope with kids because for some reason we just wanted a cover that was art centered, like an actual piece versus actual just like photo of somebody. So when we were looking at artists, he's like, what about Warren? Me and Justin were talking on our way to Dallas. And I was like, that could be cool.
Yeah.
So we didn't necessarily commission it, but like, we're like, hey, this is what we're trying to do. Do you have any art there? He's like, I'll just make a new piece.
Right.
And y'all can use it as the cover. So I'm like, okay, bet. And he did that. I went down to Made Mob down here, snapped the pictures of the canvas, and that's what you see on the cover today. And it's really a standout cover. Like, it's really dope.
Good,
it's real
good.
fun.
Well, man, that's good. So, and you mentioned, so what magazines did you were you into as a kid? Because me, personally, like I said, I loved hip hop. So, me, it was The Source, it was WXL.
Yeah.
It may have been Jet at my grandma's house, Ebony at my crib. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, on the tables, I feel like everybody had Jet, Ebony somewhere, like somewhere in your family. What was the other one?
Essence, right?
Essence, on
Essence,
me,
yeah.
all that. Like,
Yeah.
you know, it would be spread out on the table with the caramels in the middle or something. You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
Like, on me,
the
at least at my
caramels.
crib. But anyway, but yeah, like them were some of my magazines. You know, for me, it was what drew me to those. At least like The Source, the 5 mics, you know what I'm saying, the album reviews and things like that, bro. So what was your Source? What was your XXL coming up? And then how much of that, or do you take from that when you building this?
Yeah, I think I was always attracted to magazines as well. Like, it was just always, like, I think for everybody, young black kids, like, growing up around the house was just there. So I always saw Ebony and Essence. And I think the first magazine subscription I got, like my parents got for me, was randomly ESPN magazine. I was like, yeah, hell yeah, I love sports. Let's watch this. So honestly, I think more the inspiration to kind of start a magazine, like I always liked them, but I never thought anything of it. Like, I didn't get into journalism. I wasn't picking up a camera yet. But I think once I picked up a camera later on, I was like, I really want to, I don't want my work to just be for Instagram.
Right.
Like, I want it to live in a better medium, which it was magazine. So from then on, like, I started discovering this whole world of just like the coffee table style magazines. Yeah. So the kinfolk magazines, I'm trying to think of all of them that exist. I don't know why that's the only one that comes to mind. Blonde.
So you said kinfolk. Oh,
I'm dead.
kinfolk.
Right. You would think.
Find
Like,
out my
what up?
cousins in the magazine.
They're gonna be wearing some Comme des Garçons and whatnot.
I'm gonna pick up this kinfolk real quick. I can subscribe. See all the cousins I don't know.
Yeah, so honestly, we don't really now, like back then, and I think it's for every creator, like low key, you be jacking shit all the time, like when you first start creating, because you happy that you got the skill and you want to work on it. But over time, you don't know shit. You can't think through it conceptually. So at first, like, we wanted to be like this magazine, we want to be like that magazine, we want to be like that. But then over time, we started to find a little more identity. And now it's just more or less pulling pieces from different magazines, say, okay, we like how they did that because it's trying to accomplish what we want to accomplish. Or they did that well because we've been trying to figure out how do we do this. So nowadays, we look at other magazines to kind of see like how a problem can be addressed. But it's not necessarily any sort of inspiration now, per se. So it's more like, okay, yeah, we like that. We're trying to move in that direction, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it's like coming of age.
Yeah. Like, it takes time to like develop that as well. Like that, I always say like that's the next step as a creative. Like at first, it's just learning the skill and trying to do the shit. But
that's what Kanye West did.
Yeah.
I forgot what album it was, but it said that he created, like, he redid every beat on like one of his favorite albums just to see, like, get the feel for what that person was doing. Like he just, once he figured out, he just like ran with it and was like, man.
And that's how it is. Like, you start off like kind of just going off of what you see and what you know, but then you push yourself to like know more and develop your own original ideas. And then that's where like the good stuff really happens. So like once we got to that phase, it felt really good. Like now we're trying to accomplish something. What's going to help us accomplish that? Yeah. And then you take the inspiration from there.
I can feel it. I understand it. So how much of you do you put in your magazine? Like personally, like when I say you, how much of you do you I know you put your all into it, but how much do you release, like in the sense of ideas, in the sense of creativity, outside of direction though? So of course you have a direction, but how much of you do you put into it, if any at all?
To be honest with you, our personalities are kind of in the magazines, but not. I think we've been very intentional with the brand and what does the brand speak for, but it's definitely like our ideas and stuff. Like, I think if you run a business, like your values should hopefully shine through, or you do your best to shine through it. I would say to an extent, yeah, like we're in there for sure in terms of how we feel, how we think, our philosophies, our ideas. Like, for example, a thing that we talk about with the brand is that we came up with it last year towards the end of the year. Creatives are the engine to the movement, which it basically means creativity exists in all areas, in all spectrums. It's not just your traditional artist. And we wanted to empower people, like, if you think creatively, you can solve some of the most serious problems. Yeah. So, like, that idea came from just, like, reflecting on some of the worst conversations I've seen on Twitter about people just saying whatever. It's like, that don't make, like, people rehashing the same ideas to try to sound smart, and it's like, that's not gonna do nothing. So that came out of that, just out of personal opinion. And of course we're able to run with it, but then also develop that out more. And hopefully people see more of the evolution as time goes on. But like you'll see those ideas and stuff like that, but we're also aware of like what the brand is and trying to speak to what the brand is and speak to our audience. So it's a mix of both. Like we try not to be too selfish about it.
Good.
Like it's like, BYDESIGN is definitely an avenue for me to create and like to get ideas out there, but it's definitely not the only one. And if I weren't able to necessarily be like the head of creative for it, as long as I don't deviate, of course, I'll be okay.
Okay. Cool.
Like I'll be completely okay. I can get my creative shit off anywhere is how I feel.
Yeah, and then you touched on creativity, and man, to me, creativity is when ingenuity and thought come together. You know what I'm saying? Using everything around you, but having a thought to think to use everything around you.
Okay,
That's how you get it. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, Miss Stokes. Excuse me.
Don't let me get out here now.
We might have to put that quote in the next issue or something. Oh my goodness.
Come on, man. But no, seriously though, man, and because. Once you go away from that, from your influence, man, and you see it all the time. Like I see it, like with even in photography, you know what I'm saying? It was certain photographers I would look at and I'd be like, okay, cool. But then once you go into your own, you start to separate yourself, but be able to keep yourself in the art. So that's why I want to ask you, what do you put into your magazine? You know what I'm saying? I know like it's brand focused, but you know at the same time, I know a Muenfua picture when I see one. You see what I mean? So it's like I know what it is when I see it. So it's like, you know, that's why I was asking that's why I was asking that. And then do you even and as far as like I don't know, the big thing is right now, at least this week that I've seen, is getting acknowledgement for your work, man. And what's the level of importance? What's the level of importance when it comes to being acknowledged or getting those flowers for the work that you've put in? What's the level of importance of that when it comes to you? When it comes to that,
that's good. I think if you look at any BYDESIGN magazine, you definitely see some of our taste in there, but I don't think we've gotten it perfect yet in terms of our personal, and I don't think our personal taste will ever be fully into the magazine, which is fine. I love great composition with any photography, so I definitely want to see like the person looks right. And I'm a person that loves subtlety. I love everyday life. As an artist, like I love just seeing like the mundane. Like I just love that stuff. So within the magazine, you'll probably like we've been working with more people, but there's definitely a style that we like in terms of people that just kind of get that. They just know how to capture the image of somebody really well and to showcase them in a way that just looks really cool, you know. Try to chill on my cursing. I know it's cool, but like I'm trying to chill out on it.
Fuck it.
Okay.
Whatever happens.
Right. Whatever happens. In terms of credit, though, I think that's big. You saw the whole Vogue issue, and Lord help me. I'm more concerned with the people involved getting their credit. I will get my credit because people gonna eventually know we run this stuff. You know what I mean? And I would be lying if as an artist sometimes like I want my recognition, but you got to choose integrity. Like, well, my pastor always says, like, choose integrity over recognition. Choose to go that route versus always striving for recognition. Because if you always strive for recognition, it's never going to be genuine. It's all you're going to do some messed up stuff to get recognition. So it's more or less trying to give the artists and stuff, and we've been able to expand it slowly, the proper recognition. Because I think that's the cool thing about BYDESIGN. It's like we reach out to a lot of up and coming people that have very interesting stories.
Facts.
To give them praise. Like there's this guy, if he's watching, shout out to him. He had never been published in an issue. He may not even consider himself to be quote unquote like in that creative space, but you know, he dabble. And like for him to get that first feature, and it was a small like part of like a larger feature in general, he was just so excited. And he showed his mom that, he showed his job that. To give that feeling to people is like really dope. Yep. So for me, it's like I love giving that credit to other people and saying, hey, here's the recognition. We notice what you're doing. You're really cool. I love working with other photographers and creators as well, because there's a lot of photographers that have a great eye, that have great talent, but you know, especially in Kansas City, and like it's not a coastal area, so it's like people aren't exposed to like a lot of creative direction, great concepts, strategy in terms of like how do you build out a campaign. So when I work with these artists and kind of give them a guideline, this is what we want, this is kind of what we're feeling, and then just taking a run with it, they create amazing work. And I think a lot of people kind of need a little bit of that push with creative direction out here, which is dope, because there's a lot of talent here. So like giving people recognition and showcasing them in a way that's hopefully like more than satisfactory is dope. We ain't gonna be perfect about it, but we do our best to like make sure people have that feeling.
Right, and that's good. That's good. That's actually amazing, man. Quez, what you got, man? I know I've been talking a lot. You know, I can talk.
No, you good. I'm enjoying the conversation.
Go ahead.
I enjoy how you kind of see creativity as like is an imagination based. Because just looking around and like everything that you've just explained, it just sounds like you think of it or you imagine it and then you just expound on that and beauty comes out of it. I really enjoy that aspect of what you've been doing.
Appreciate it. It's all about ideas, man. Like we kind of transitioned ourselves like BYDESIGN to like more of a idea style company. Like we just sharing ideas about creatives and creative stuff and life and our experiences. And that's really all you can do for real. Like we're not trying to put ourselves in a box. Like we're more than just a magazine, more than just apparel, more than just events. It's just ideas. Share them. Let's talk about it. Let's see how we can expand it. Let's see how we can add something different to a conversation, which is fun. So that's what we do.
Yeah, good, man. So I just wanted to get a good grasp, man. Get all my questions out the way. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna think of something else later in the pod, man.
Would you agree that we are a part of like another renaissance with everything like, you know, podcasts emerging and forms of music more forms of music emerging and all that? Would you agree that we're a part of another renaissance?
Yeah. I got some shit on that. So
let's go.
Let's get to the shit.
I think it's a very beautiful age. I feel it in Kansas City, but I feel like it's happening throughout the Midwest. So I see, like, I was telling Justin, it's like, one thing I like about Wichita folks, like, y'all have a lot of really creative people, like really cool people out there.
Appreciate that.
Of course.
Likewise.
And it's like St. Louis, like there's so many creatives in there. Chicago, Detroit, like the Midwest, I feel like is really going through like this, almost like this great awakening. You know, prior to the pandemic, like it felt that way, especially when we're done with Saturday Market. Like, whoa, okay, like everybody's like really feeling this, but then the pandemic happens, and it just was deep. Like it was a lot of death, and businesses were dying. Just it was sad, but then from that, there's been a lot of excitement. And I saw somewhere like in the country, there have been the most like applications for businesses ever. So a lot of people feel empowered. They feel inspired. Like,
it's clicking.
Yeah.
You know
they're like, look, the government ain't going to take care of me because they're not giving us enough stimulus checks. So it's like, I'm going to make something happen. So
I'm working until I'm 60 to just retire. And
no, sir.
Yeah.
A little bit of money.
Sir.
I'm not doing that.
Nobody.
40 years of my life working for somebody else who didn't give up on their dream. That's crazy.
Yeah.
It's
so
crazy.
With social media, it's literally like people are just like, I'm going to go do it.
Yeah.
You know? And I think the Midwest is a special place because yes, we have our problems. We have, you know, a lack of resources. But I think what's really cool about being from our cities is that if you think about it compared to New York or LA, it's not that hard to get started.
Oh no.
And you'd be surprised the rooms that you can end up in if you keep going. And that's our story as well. Like, we've got great partnerships. Like, we had a lot of support from even the city of Kansas City, like after Saturday Market. So this whole awakening within the Midwest, like, we're proud to be where we're from, but it's also like we're not satisfied with just being like from the Rust Belt or like the wheat farms, and you know, like, we're more than that. So yeah, I don't know, I'll just come up with some random shit, like, you know what I mean? So the renaissance is like really happening right now, and people are like ready to go. So with anybody in this space, like, take advantage, like, learn something new, create like those relationships, ask more questions. Niggas don't ask enough questions. Ask questions, ask a lot of questions. This is the time now. Like, I ain't no super capitalist dude, not at all. But I also recognize, like, a lot of people just want to get up and go. So do it. Like, and you don't have to monetize it either. Do it as a hobby. Just don't, like, creativity exists in everything. Showcase what you got. It's a lot of fun. This shit is fun. I'm pretty sure y'all have a lot of fun. So it's like,
I'm having a ball.
Yeah. Why not?
I'll be having a ball, and it's crazy that you say, you know, just being from the Midwest, because Mars met you. You familiar with Mars met you?
That's the homies, man.
Legends.
And then in the drop, man, Flim said something. He was like, man, it's a certain type of confidence you get being from the Midwest, man. You know what I'm saying? And I'm glad that, like, people are starting to understand it, man. It's just different. You know what I'm saying? We got everything. Like, so when we tell you something is whack or something may not be it, it's not coming from I want your position place. It's not coming from I think I'm better than you place. It's coming from I have the ability to see everything. That's our superpower from, you know, being in the Midwest. We see everything. So the fact that we're telling you, like, that may not be it, it's for a reason. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like a lot of times each region gets caught in their own ways. Which leads to other avenues creating their own and standing by it. I.e. in music, you know what I'm saying?
It's a time of innovation, and that's why, like, never sleep on what you can do out here. Like, taking our issue and, like, taking it out to the coast, people were amazed with that, and that's, like, a really good feeling. So don't, if you're from the Midwest, be proud of that. Don't be surprised. Like, we're gonna interview. Her name is Paris Cole. We went out to L.A. And she formerly managed Ari Lennox, like one of her managers, and Lucky Day. And she was so cool.
That guy.
Yeah, that guy. Lord help me. Lord help me. I already know how it is. It's hot. It's hot. It's hot right now. It's hot right now. But she was, we're talking to her, and she's like, okay, y'all from Kansas City, how the hell did you hear about me? Because she's originally from D.C., then moved out to L.A. He's like, we've been following you for a while. Power social media, you're dope. She's like, what's popping in Kansas City, though? I was like, exactly. That's exactly what I want you to ask. Yeah, it was like, come through. And, like, that sort of, like, don't ever be sleep from where you're from. It actually makes you more interesting, especially when you go out to these cities. You're like, what this can, especially you good. They be like, what you know?
Real estate.
Yeah, what you know? I was like, oh, I'll show you what I know.
Come on in here.
It ends up working out.
And you got to have that confidence, too.
Yeah. Like, like, it's a balance. Like, of course, you got to be humble. You got to learn as much, because the coast have, like, the resources. They know a lot of stuff. But at the same time, like, they expect confidence. So you can't come into these rooms and these spaces and not at least believe in your product.
Exactly. Because they're not going to do it. They're not going to have step.
Yeah. Take the feedback and then go be better, too. Like, have the confidence to be able to take the feedback and make something out of it. And even with issue 5, like, when we were making that, we had no money because of the pandemic, because our big money thing was events. So, okay, no events, and, like, our margins aren't really great with the magazine yet, but I was like, bro, I believe in this product. Like, I believe in this story. Like, we need to get this out here. I was like, I know we can sell more than we ever have.
Especially everybody sitting down.
Yeah. I was like, bro, like, I was like, let's get this out. Let's find a way. So we reached out to different people. We found a way to, like, you know, work on some strategies. And like I said, this is like our top selling issue because we refused to, like, give up on it. And I felt like a loyalty to anybody that's been featured in it as well. I was like, man, like, I want to, not only just so it helps us, but it's like, I don't want to do these artists a disservice because like this issue was really a year in the making. It should have been released in the spring if everything would have been okay.
Dang, okay.
But you know, everything fell off and all this stuff happened, and we didn't even know if we were going to do it or not. We just made it happen, and it's like I said, it's our most successful issue, our most successful T-shirt drop, like, and it resonates like with so many people. Yeah. Like the social media love, you'd be surprised where this magazine will show up here in Kansas City.
That's crazy.
So like, never give up, and you'd be surprised. Believe in your work. Be confident in that. Grind hard to make it happen. Grind hard to show it off.
Yeah, right. Look at this guy, man. Damn, nice of him to join us. But nah, man. But that's dope though, and that's facts, man. Yeah. And when you say a lot of it is just betting on yourself, like you had mentioned, man. Come on, man, bring your ass in here.
Hold on, where'd this hat come from?
Yeah.
Is that a Paris the Plains hat? What is going on here?
Crazy.
So I'm not tripping.
Okay.
Man.
It is. That's the homie had created a hat.
It is, man. Howdy.
So he dope.
I'm glad you made it here, man. How you doing? Man? You good?
Oh my God.
You good?
Yeah, man. I'm tired.
Know.
We got Alan.
Anyway, all right now. Y'all all right? Y'all
I'm dead.
I'm here to disturb the people.
Yeah, man. But nah, man, that's what's up. And then a big part to what you said is it really just come down to betting on yourself, man.
Yeah.
At the end of the day.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like I said, it's a void for it. And like I said, us being from the Midwest, it's like, why not? It's like, yeah, I'm from the Midwest, and I stand by it, like I said. But if we stand by it, there's nothing else nobody can say. Like Chicago did, like Detroit did. They laid out the blueprint.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Stand by your work, and then there's nothing nobody could do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And we even see it with artists. Like I said, Griselda. You know, I know you're a big Griselda fan.
Big
you know?
BSL.
I mean, they sell cocaine, we sell magazines. We just sling them. That's all we can do. Like,
you know what I'm saying?
You know what's crazy? Like, for real, like, with BYDESIGN, like, because we listen too much of damn rap. That's what happens. But issue 2, I was like, bruh, I'm trying to have an event. Like, I want it to be clips, grinding style, like, out the trunk, sell magazines. That didn't happen. But, you know, we get our inspiration from the drug dealer rappers. We're like, oh, man, we trying to make this stuff happen. Yeah. So, I love Griselda. I love them dudes. Me and Tarrance had already talked about them a while back, but the ad-libs.
Facts.
I look crazy.
Facts. And speaking of that, how you feel about Benny's new project?
It was cool. I feel like I don't have like a ton of time to listen to projects consistently, but that was one I definitely like prioritized. I liked it. Good. I liked it a lot.
Did y'all like it?
Which one?
The new Benny. The new Benny.
You know,
I liked it.
Talking to the mic for me.
You know.
Here we go.
I did like it, but I was just like, I don't know. It just wasn't hit. Well, it wasn't hitting like Plugs I Met, the first one.
Wait, are we talking about
I agree.
We're talking about Benny. Plugs I Met too.
Okay. Oh yeah, that was decent.
He changing his answer.
You're sorry. Then he wonder why I hate this music. What you talking about on Benny? Go ahead.
Nah, I was like, I will say I do need to go listen to it more, because when I listened to Plugs I Met, the first one, I was spinning and spinning and spinning and spinning and spinning. Niggas was talking that shit on there, boy.
Got a lamb in a stick like I'm fresh out the Bible.
What
did he say?
Nigga, I know your type. You're not thorough.
I was like, nigga, you sure right. Lamb
I think
stick out the Bible. Okay, I get it.
My favorite thing about like Benny and like all them is I can't relate to a single thing that they're saying
At all.
And this shit, I'm like, man, this shit's still hard. I feel it because niggas ain't lying. But as far as Plugs I Met too, I was like, I mean, it wasn't my favorite. He was rapping. I don't know. I was just
it's never his rapping that's the problem. I think people have a problem with his beat selection.
That's what I was thinking.
You think so?
I was like, the beats was cool. I don't know if they were Benny beats though.
Yeah, I was a little intrigued by the Harry Fraud collaboration. I was like, interesting. Like,
see, now I was confused by the French Montana feature. I was thinking, who?
So you didn't like the features?
it's because of Harry.
I just didn't know, like, what is French Montana doing on this track?
What do you mean? If you listen to
I
any
don't
of
know,
the
Fat
old French mixtapes, like he talked that talk too.
I've never tapped into French Montana.
I mean, I don't know if he talked it well, but like he talked.
Yeah, he talked.
Sit that one out.
He cool. I don't know. I mean, I like French on features. I'm not a big French fan.
French Montana
outside the
with
mixtapes.
Somebody like that. French Montana deserves to be like a Sway Lee.
All right, now that's what's up.
Not being a butcher.
Excuse me.
Man, bro, he would just be jumping out the window. Like, what are you talking about, bro?
Because it's just like, what is he doing with? Yeah, I don't know.
That's funny.
I like French. I like the record of French. But like I said, a lot of people I know, they don't like Benny's beats. And I'm like, I don't understand why. Because a lot of people enjoy it with Derringer, which is cool. I get that. I mean, that's what you know, we
He need to get back with Hit Boy.
So you like him with Hit Boy?
Okay.
See, some people didn't like Hit Boy's production.
I liked it.
You see what I'm saying? Not like that ass.
I think they should all just work with the Alchemist a lot too.
The Alchemist.
I like that.
Oh, did you see that him and
Freddie?
Yeah, him and Freddie and the Alchemist are gonna. He hinted that the project might actually happen.
I heard.
Freddie and the Alchemist.
I hope so.
That's gonna be crazy, bro. I feel like they got a lot to do though for it to be as good as the Freddie, Currency, and the Alchemist project. But I feel like they can do it, outshine it.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be good. Anything that like I said, the bars is never the problem when it comes to Benny. Like I said, the only thing I can agree on is maybe the beats. But even on this last one, I enjoy Plugs I Met too. No, I wasn't the first one, but I'm starting not to look at the second versions of something like I do the first. And I feel like when that happens, you never gonna get that. Exactly.
But why'd you call it that then?
To get you excited, like the content's the same.
Okay, so you got me excited, but then you didn't deliver like you did on the first one.
It's like a shoe. It's like a shoe. Just because it's not the if we're talking about shoes, the Jordan 1s, just because it's not the Breds don't mean I don't like the Chicago ones or any other colorway.
That's where you lost me, because I wear the same pair of shoes every day.
Okay, okay. So let's say you have some sandals. I mean, you may have a red pair of sandals, but I mean, you got other pair too.
I mean, yeah, but they're different. They're called different things because they do different things. He should, if you know, he got Plugs I Met. If he didn't want it to be looked at in like a Plugs I Met kind of like catalog type shit, he should have called it something else, like I just met the plug or something.
I just met the plug. That's real.
I took the money to the plug.
I think that's fair.
I know.
That's fair.
That's how I feel when rappers have like, you know, like 1, 2, 3, 4 type shit. I feel like, you know, it's like a like a trilogy type shit. Like, you know, you got the first one, the second one, the third one. They're all, you know, supposed to be, I feel like, viewed as a package type deal. If they wasn't supposed to be viewed as a package type deal, they wouldn't have been named the same thing.
That's true.
Yeah. Like I said, I feel like you can do that if the content is the same. So if I'm about to give you kind of the same vibes, or if I'm telling you I'm giving you the same vibes, I can do that. It may not be delivered the same.
So when Tana Talk 4 drops, how are you going to approach that one?
I'm going to approach it like I did Tana Talk 3. Okay, bet. So this is the vibe. I'm going to go back and listen to it. I'm like, bet, is this the vibe that you're supposed to be giving me? All right, then. But I'm not going to. But if it come out, I'm not judging like, man, this ain't better than the first or second or third. It just is what it is. It's just the new one.
Now, Loudkicks, what you just said
what?
is the opposite of what you're trying to say.
What do you mean?
He just asked, when Tana Talk 4 come out, what are you going to do? You're like, you know.
I know the concept is like Tana Talk 3, but I'm not judging it, basing it on Tana Talks. I'm not judging it like, oh, man, I don't like it better than the other one. I'm just like, okay, bet. I know the vibe that you're giving me. Do you give me those vibes? Yes or no? I'm not comparing it like y'all to where I can say Tana Talk 4 is better than Tana Talk 3. Like, to me, I don't have an opinion on Plugs I Met 2.
Okay.
I just I understand the concept. It's just like your magazine. I may like whichever issue I like, right? That don't mean I'm gonna look at the next issue like the last one.
No, our shit's better every time.
No, okay. Yeah, I'm not saying I fuck with that. But you see what I'm saying? I'm not gonna look at it.
I do too.
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that it's bad. I'm just saying like I'm not. Gonna
I get what you're saying. But I feel like you set yourself up for that by, like you said, naming it the same exact thing but the sequel.
That's what I'm saying.
So it's like, if you don't want that comparison, which is it's bound to happen, don't name it that way.
Like he just said, you know, we talk about the Carters. Niggas are gonna say, you know, which is the best Carter. Nobody's.
Which one?
The Carter 6.
That's why I don't like.
Who is this guy?
Opinion,
Who is this
anyway,
guy?
He the 6'9" of the show.
Anyway,
6'9" of the show.
But no.
Let's get a little heated. It's hot right now.
No, but like I was saying, you know, you know, like niggas have their favorite Carter album, but nobody's like, which is better, you know, Carter 2 or I'm Not a Human Being. It's like, you can say I'm Not a Human Being you can talk about that with I'm Not a Human Being 2.
Yeah.
But you're not gonna say like, I don't know. It's just I feel like it's just random to compare albums like that from the same person type shit.
Yeah, you just can't talk to me about I'm not a human because I'm not having a conversation about it. I'm not a human being.
Do you think artists are being lazy when they just rename it, like
No.
throw the 2 on there?
No, I don't think they're lazy. I think
Better
they
be
try
damn good effort.
I think they try to hit the mark again, but they don't understand that they're not where they were before. What, dude?
You know, go ahead.
What?
Go ahead.
What?
Go ahead.
What? Let's get into it because you're beefing with me already.
Because you're saying what I'm saying, but not agreeing with me.
Cause you're not saying the how. What you? I don't care. We gonna say this shit mouth. What you talking about, nigga? The fuck? We not saying the same thing. I'm saying what I'm saying and I mean it.
That's funny.
But yeah, man.
On me.
Nonetheless, man. Favorite Benny and Conway West Side. Who's your Griselda person?
That's tough.
Is it?
It actually is. Oh, you got your favorite?
He hates people's opinions, bro. He hates
Politics.
people's opinions.
I mean, like when it comes to them, I don't have like a strong like. There's other rappers I have strong opinions on that I can kill. Some people already know, but yeah, I was about to say I'll rip that up all day. But
let's
get on it.
yeah, all right. If you want me to have fun with that, we can have fun with that.
Yeah, let's have fun. I mean, do you like J.Cole or not?
Do I like J.Cole?
So
Okay, first with Griselda, I think my favorite is probably Benny, but
Good.
Conway is probably a close number 2 for me.
Me too. That's how.
But I like West Side.
Conway is good too. Somebody said Conway. I'm not arguing. Or West Side. What? No, I didn't hear you. I'm not.
But we want to talk about Jermaine Cole.
I do want to talk about that.
I genuinely like J. Cole as an artist. He alright. He's cool.
I know
Y'all hold this man on a pedestal that he should not be on.
y'all.
Damn.
Y'all.
I don't think.
I was on your side.
I listen.
Oh, I figured Terrence usually with me when I'm going in.
Well, he keep me up to
Y'all, hey, I don't mean to.
I don't think J.
I
Cole,
get my co-founder very upset about my takes on that, but you know.
Why do you think that? Like, what did he do to you to make you think?
What did he do to me? Drop subpar albums. That's what he did to me.
Oh,
God, bro. Very subpar. Mid.
I'll say this.
wow.
Mixtape Cole was great. Like I remember in high school just rocking with that stuff. I used to love it so much.
Mm-hmm.
When he dropped Sideline Story, that was a major disappointment for me because Cole was one of my favorite rappers in high
Damn,
school.
was it?
Sideline Story was ass. Mr. Nice Watch. Mr. Nice Watch is one of the worst beats I've ever heard in my life.
Damn, I don't think it was just ass. It's not his best album.
Well,
I
he
will say
took
that.
he took certain pieces from the mixtape, which is fine, and he had a couple cool original songs. But like, come on, man. Even he was like,
Yeah, he was
work out,
reaching. He
like,
was
what's
reaching.
going on?
Yeah, he was reaching.
so when he did, by that point, I feel like he kind of has always been a bit behind his quote unquote peers. So when Born Sinner came out, it was okay, but there was a lot of fat on it, a lot of songs we didn't need. He was trying too hard to be other artists.
On Born Center, right?
Hell yeah.
Damn.
He was trying to be a little Kanye, trying to be a little what's his name?
And he dropped
Kendrick Lamar. When Forest Hills came out, that was better, but there was still a lot of shit on there that we did not need.
That is crazy.
And to me, and this is the one I'm really gonna go in on right now.
We don't even.
For Your Eyes Only had everybody on Twitter talking about, well, this is what it was really about. I was like, oh, that's an interesting story. Why didn't you do that? Like,
Y'all
oh, that's
straight,
cool.
J.Cole. Come on, bro. Don't do that.
The execution was that bad. It like to me, it's one thing to be like the rapper that shit goes over people's head. This man is not that profound for us to go over our hand like that, and that's fine. If you can break stuff down in a way that's easy to understand, bet. But for that concept to be missed that bad from an executional standpoint, I'm not giving you credit because it went over my head. I'm like, why didn't you execute better so I can get it easier?
That was just bad music.
It was not.
So do you think the
It didn't
talent
go
is?
over niggas' head. He threw that shit over his head.
Come on, man. Relax.
Like,
So,
you did not, like, and that's why, like, I'm going to compare him to Kendrick Lamar because I feel like that's the obvious comparison.
or Drake, yeah. That's
Kendrick
their class.
or Drake, and they're both. Kendrick surpassed him in the way of being able to deliver a concept better than him. So to me, if you just gonna spit and not be conceptual, cool. But when you do this concept stuff, it don't really work that well for you. And maybe he's one of those artists, because we talk about it all the time, that would benefit from working with other artists more. You being the sole producer, your beats are low-key trash many times.
Damn, niggas are.
Am I breaking it down? I hope I'm not hurting you.
Y'all going.
Get to the meat. Get to the meat.
That's crazy. Damn.
So I like him, and I think he's the No Name situation. This is my problem with J. Cole stands. No Name never directly said his name, but if he felt offended by it, sure, whatever. Nigga, you went on a track to diss No Name?
Was it a diss or was it just like, all right, listen, I understand what you're saying?
J.Cole is the epitome of the nice guy on Twitter. The guy that because he ain't gonna rape a woman, believes he deserves certain things. Instead of just having a conversation with a woman off the wax to see, oh damn, were you talking about me? What can I do? You went on a track to try to bully a rapper about her being like,
or was he just explaining like, hey, I understand, maybe
I don't give a damn about the
That's not
vulnerability. It's
explaining,
weird. Like, to me, there's a time and a place. Like, if you emotionally felt some type of way about that, for you to put that on the song, especially in a time when women are dying and women are not being heard, instead of actually just hearing what she's saying, like, damn, that's crazy. That hurt my feelings. Hey, let's talk about that.
Or what he's saying, damn, I'm trying
And
to
he
understand.
stood in
I'm
that
not
when
the
they
spokesperson.
corrected. And the worst part was he stood in that after they corrected him. If you would have just
He
been
doubled
like,
down for sure.
Yeah. If you just would have been like, damn, my bad. I'm sorry. I learned my lesson. Damn. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I see
With
it.
that No Name situation, I think he was just getting back at her because she watched him on that woman.
She
just
got
had
it.
to-
She got him.
Real quick.
And dude got bars. She got him.
Real quick. Okay, so is the talent there? Yes or no?
Yeah, lyrically, absolutely.
Okay,
He
cool.
needs to just get on other people's.
Wait, is
beats.
the talent
Quit
there?
Producing.
Is the talent there?
Rap, yeah, rapping, yeah.
Can we all agree?
He can rap, yeah.
All right,
Rap
cool.
his ass
Okay, cool. All right, so as long as, because that was gonna validate your criticism. Because if you was like, man, his bars ain't there neither, I was gonna be like, all right, well, good conversation about J.Cole.
I'm very fair.
But yeah, okay,
I'm
good.
very fair.
And I'm saying that because, bro, I think for the J.Cole fans, it comes down to the lyrics for them. That's why they love him so much. So yeah,
Absolutely.
some of them might agree with you. Like, yeah, he may not put out the best conceptual albums. He may not put out, some of the best produced albums. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, it's the lyrics that get people that make you hold on to them. Like when Friday Night Lights came out, we loved that for the lyrics that it gave us. You know what I'm saying? And then as we got older, now we in college, now we experiencing some of the things he talking about and just life shit.
But here's
Like,
my problem with
so-
where they come from, though. That's cool.
Okay.
I like certain rappers. They ain't talk about shit at all. That's cool.
Sex. Ross.
But
I love Ross, but my
you don't be
nigga
saying
Ross be
nothing.
on the track.
Extravagant lies.
Yeah.
I love Ross. My nigga be on there. Huh.
Don't put the man in categories he don't belong in. That's the problem.
Okay.
You forcing him in a certain, like, niggas call him the greatest of all time. I'm like, where? He don't have a classic album.
You do gotta have a shit. But I will say Born Sinner is an arguable. I know you shredded it, but
You
Born
said
Sinner-
arguable?
It's arguable to some people. I'm speaking objectively. We all can't agree on this podcast.
Dog.
Objectively, Born Sinner is one of the best J.Cole albums, if not the best.
Ooh, I hope not. That's like a 6 out of 10.
So what's the best J.Cole album?
It's between Forrest or KOD. KOD had a couple tracks.
KOD was
But the thing,
cool.
here's my thing about J. Cole that drives me crazy too. He'll occasionally have a damn good, like, exceptional song. Like the For Your Eyes Only track is actually really good. I was like, damn, I like this a lot.
03 Adolescence, is that on there too? I think so.
That's a good song too.
Forest Hills
Why
Drive.
don't I get more of this? Why are you giving me this other stuff? What's the one with him singing on the Forest Hill Drive? The one that was on the radio. Is it Apparently or something? Or- I don't know. Ass.
I didn't
Terrible.
listen to the album after like track 6, to be honest.
C-
It just- it fell
I'm
off
not
after-
mad at you.
Damn, well, have you listened to it? Have you listened to it? Gave it a retry with age and with time and seeing if it aged well.
I don't need to.
This
I'm
ain't,
just letting you know.
it ain't wine, my brother. It ain't wine. It don't.
Damn, that's crazy. I don't know if J. Cole is as terrible as we making him seem.
He's
'cause-
not terrible. He's just underachieved based upon where his talent is. And people try to put him in conversations he does not belong.
why-
Is he one of the top hip hop artists? Yes, because commercially he's doing great compared to a lot of people. But from like the criteria of what we judge some of the greatest of all time, and like where his skill set is, he's not leveraged that in a way that is compelling. Like even Drake, talk your smack about Drake all you want to. The ability to deliver a hit
be
the
consistent.
way Drake can is actually pretty incredible.
It's insane.
Consistent 1, 2, and 3. But also that's like new times. But I get what you're saying.
But if J. Cole drops, I'm going to definitely listen.
Yeah, and that's why I was going with that because the 2 tracks that he released was it the climb back or climb up and
That was hard.
And what's the other one? He dropped the 2.
That was.
Yeah, he
dang.
dropped two singles. So after hearing those, did that make you more excited? Does that change your perspective, or you still got the same outlook? Like, you know what, J. Cole, I'm over it at this point. I'm fucking over it. Because me, like I said, I've always been indifferent. To me, J. Cole is like, if I had to compare him, it would be like, man, he is good. I would give him, man, that's crazy. If I had to to compare J. Cole. He would be like my T-Mac, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, T-Mac was in the era of Kobe, you know what I'm saying?
So he couldn't.
You know
he could barely get out the first round. Okay.
Yeah,
That's fair.
whatever. I'm not gonna say that, but you
That's
knew
fair.
what he was. But some people may like him, some people may not. He may be some people's GOAT, some people may not. You know what I'm saying? Or AI. Let's use AI because
No.
not in the sense of culturally. I'm just talking about skill wise.
Who are we comparing AI to?
Huh?
Who are we comparing AI to?
Skill wise, I'm comparing J. Cole because why? Because some people love J. Cole, bro. People really do, but some people don't.
That's different.
And some people don't.
AI,
okay, maybe AI is a stretch.
I'll
stay with Tracy. I'll stay with Tracy. That's fair. I'll stay with Tracy. Yeah, AI was a stretch. As I was thinking about it, I was like, yeah, nah, AI.
You gonna make Flim fall out of his chair if you talking about J.
Nah, I love
Cole.
AI too. And Flim gonna be on the show. Like we're gonna talk about it too. But yeah, T-Mac, man. Just because I can see what you're saying. Some people love him. Some people don't like him, and some people recognize what he is, but he's not a top player. But that's the thing about J. Cole. He's arguably a top artist. He's a top 50 rapper. He's going down as a top 50 rapper. You know what I'm saying?
For his bars?
For his bars. I'm talking about for his bars. You know what I'm saying? And arguably for his career, man, I really don't like how we can't just downplay what he's done, man.
I mean, we not taking away
because
the
his albums can't be that bad if he's on his fourth, fifth album.
All right,
don't know.
The amount of
let's
albums
be
don't
fair.
mean that.
He got arguably one ship. Born Center. I give him
what?
one. I give him one ship. I call classic ships. He got one.
Championship?
I'm only giving. Yes, I only give him one. He got one.
J. Cole
I'm only
has
giving him one.
gotten out of the first round. He has not won a
You
championship.
crazy, bro? I'm giving.
Yeah,
No,
'cause,
I already told you. I don't compare
his
mixtapes
best
now.
overall project is Friday Night Lights. If you said that's a classic mixtape,
Yeah.
sure, yeah, I'll give you that.
It is. I put that in my classic
Yeah.
mixtapes.
But like, he don't have a classic album. Is he working towards that? I hope so. Like, I want to be proved wrong. Though.
crazy.
I'm not like someone
That's
that's like
crazy.
rooting against him. It's just like if I see something, I'm definitely gonna check it out because I know the potential. I remember the Hungry Rapper back in 2011 and so I was like, damn, this dude he's nice. He just has not delivered the way that I think people think he has. And the problem is a lot of like the J. Cole stands insert him into places where he doesn't need to be. And also the whole like real hip hop, you don't like lyrics type stuff. It's like this dude is definitely not one of the best lyricists I've ever heard.
That's crazy.
Like, that's just me.
Crazy.
That's just me.
He not one of the best you ever heard.
Hey,
Lyricist, stop.
Where are y'all?
Stop.
Where are y'all?
Lyricist.
What music are y'all
He's
listening
definitely-
to?
He's definitely a good lyricist.
What makes me laugh is like
his pen.
You listen to
of all who is he going to body? Like, I'm not saying he don't got bars. He gonna body Nas. He gonna body Jay-Z. He gonna body anybody from Wu-Tang. No. Just off that.
I put it to you like this:
Prodigy will get him.
He may not body him, but if they get on the track
Corrupt
with him, they
could
gonna
get
come
him.
correct. When they get on the track, they gonna come correct when the J. Cole's on there. Especially now,
the respect
J. Cole's
is there,
killing
but
it.
he's
exactly.
not.
You don't get respect if you're not good. Like,
Nobody's saying he's not good.
No, I'm just saying he's in.
Y'all
he's
just
in
won't
top.
accept
But
that
there's
he's
different
just
levels of respect, though.
yeah.
Okay, and I think he got that level of respect that we talking about when it comes to bars.
See, this is the problem with J. Cole.
Just lyricism.
Except that he's just good.
He's not just good. He's not just good though. That he is. His bars are strictly just skill. He's matching some of the best pen.
Name me the most fire J. Cole bar.
Stop doing that, because just because you can't mention something right on the spot, don't take away from a nigga's pen. Like that's so childish. I hate niggas.
J. Cole.
Name something right now.
J. Cole
Or
seems
he
like
can't
the
rap.
coolest
What?
dude ever. J. Cole can spit. I ain't gonna lie, and I would love to see him on like tracks with some of the legendary lyricists that we think. I'll never like sleep on his pen. I believe in the ability, but I also haven't seen enough to be putting him in like upper, like that tier of lyricism quite yet. But that could change. That could change.
Whew, Lord, I hope so. Cause
them albums ain't. That's not where I'm hearing them a lot of times.
Wow.
That's on him and Kendrick not doing the album because Kendrick like, bro,
Man, here he go.
you ain't dropping no hot shit. He about to put J. Cole on his back, bro. That's not how it works.
That's all right. All right. That's cool.
But
I
J.
hear
Cole
you.
would have listened. He knows like I'm a huge like I fools with him. This is just my criticism.
I get it, man. Y'all kill my mans. Y'all kill my mans. That's
More power to him.
crazy.
I feel like the Cole stands do it to themselves.
Not really,
They do it to
man.
themselves. We don't have to be this harsh.
It's okay.
I don't have to defend Kendrick like this.
He right.
I don't have to defend
You
Kendrick
are
like
right.
this.
All right, so we're gonna play this or that. All right.
Oh God.
We're gonna play
Okay.
this or that. Okay.
He's had enough.
Yeah, I have.
Yeah, let's do it.
Y'all
Let's do it.
disrespectful, all right?
You keep getting sunned.
So 2 choices, all right? Do you watch anime at all?
No, I don't.
All right,
Not
cool.
really.
Me neither. It's cool. Nah, but I do. I love anime. Actually.
I didn't mean.
It's,
Yeah, I didn't
anime's
mean to kill
fucking
that right
amazing.
there.
You need to watch it.
It seems
Naruto,
interesting.
Hunter. What's an Hunter? That shit gas. I don't care. But that's beside the point. All right. So, damn, that's crazy.
What was your question?
Some anime related.
Nah. All right, so bet. So Kendrick or J.Cole, you taking Kendrick?
Every time.
Okay, Kendrick and Drake.
Kendrick.
Oh, you said it too easy. Why you say Kendrick?
He doesn't agree with people's opinions.
Kendrick has an incredible body of work.
He does.
Which is hard to beat. And I think I just resonate more with Kendrick versus Drake. But I really like Drake too. But I would take Kendrick.
Wale, J.Cole.
Ooh, that's tough. I think they both kind of. I would take Wale, actually. I like Wale a little bit more. But I think they both.
I want y'all to answer this.
Oh, we didn't answer
I
the
think
other
they
one.
both are slightly.
Go ahead. Oh, hold on. Go T. And then with Quez, you can.
About Wale, J.Cole?
Yep.
I'll say Wale. I don't really listen to either of them as much as like a lot of people do, but I still would probably take Wale.
Go ahead.
You love J. Cole.
No, I'm taking Wale too, but
I'm taking Wale. Gifted is better than every J. Cole
Stop. Don't
album.
jump out that window. What would you guys say about the last one?
Or
Kendrick
Ambitions,
Drake?
actually, not Gifted.
Kendrick Drake. You said you had a lot to say about.
Oh,
the last one.
I'm taking Kendrick over Drake because Kendrick, when it's all said and done, I feel like is going to have the best discography in hip hop, like completely.
Maybe so.
I strongly, and I will stand on that, bro.
It's not messing with Jay-Z's though.
Yeah, stop. Okay, we gotta stop jumping out of them windows.
How many windows have you jumped out?
Best hip hop discography.
Yeah, I'll stand on that too.
How many? So what's that? I'm gonna start at Section 80. So Section 80, Good Kid, Pimp a Butterfly. Damn.
Untitled, Unmastered.
I don't count that as an album. That's just a little project.
I mean,
So that's 4.
Best discography.
So y'all telling me right now? You telling me to my face? Them 4, and then he was gonna keep adding, and that's better. That's gonna be the best hip hop.
It's
that
pretty.
is
I
crazy.
think modern wise, it's the best, but at least current now. But there's probably other artists I'm not thinking of that have a stronger discography
come on,
for sure.
bro.
Like Outkast, I would. put
Yeah,
them
like
above that.
like I said, let's just relax when we jumping out a window. It's like you gotta look at the window before you jump out of it, man. See how high it is. 'Cause
I
that's a
think with
high
him,
window.
it's more time.
Wow.
But
That's a high window.
I don't know. I'm trying to think who has like an impeccable discography. Like Ghostface,
Ghostface is good.
Ghostface is
The
strong.
Wu,
Wu-Tang.
I would say Jay, of course, unbiasedly. I mean, that's just hip hop.
unbiased my black ass.
Jay got a crazy catalog.
He.
Kanye West.
Oh yeah.
That's what I'm saying. You
Absolutely,
jumping
yeah.
out the window.
But I think he's gonna have a better one.
No, he's
'Cause
not.
Not a lot of people. No, to be honest, I don't think anybody liked that Jesus is King album.
I did.
But a lot of people
was okay.
hate that album. Like strongly hate that album.
So okay, how many ships do Kendrick got? Out
The
of
Paper
4 albums.
Butterfly
Out of 4
definitely
albums,
is.
what do you got?
Good Kid, Mad City is definitely
You say
a ring.
3?
3.
Holy mackerel. 3?
3. Yeah.
Are you saying Section 80 or?
No, I wouldn't.
Damn, is
Section
the
80
thing.
was really good, but it hasn't aged as well as people think it has.
I don't know.
So it's not. I wouldn't consider it's a great album, but it's not a classic per se. Good
You
Kid,
think
Mad
Damn is a
City.
chip?
Absolutely,
Damn?
absolutely.
Ain't no damn ship. Damn is not no
he
ship.
was doing
Stop.
what he was doing what J. Cole been trying to do, but J. Cole couldn't do
J-Cole,
it.
I mean, damn ain't no
Conceptually.
damn.
He's capping.
A ship, a classic,
Bro,
damn.
you have that on CD and you play
That
it.
don't
In
make
your,
it a fucking
you played it in your car all the time.
I have to, motherfucker. I don't got no other CD.
I think if you think about the concept of the album and how he was able to really piece it together,
The story, yeah, it was amazing.
and then also like his ability to say, okay, I want to make sure this really hits the radio waves really strong, but still have a very powerful underlying message. That's pretty damn impressive.
Yeah, Kendrick's body of work is impressive. Everything, his creative ideas, everything. I'm excited for the next album.
Like Kendrick.
I'm excited for the next album. But to say "damn" is a ship is a stretch. I think he was probably two songs away. I just can't get that to him. I can give it 1. He got 1. I give to Pimp a Butterfly. Because I don't think "damn" is better than Good Kid to me. That's what I'm saying. That's why I can't say Damn is a ship, because his second classic would be Good Kid to me.
It's evolution. I feel like he
But
evolved.
evolution, I mean, it ain't always, as
even
better.
J.Cole has gotten better, and he still ain't got there. Like I'm, like
Exactly,
I
my
think
point. But just because, he may have got sharper, but I feel like Good Kid, Damn didn't top that.
You don't think Damn? Think of it high level conceptually. You don't think that's pretty damn compelling for a hip hop album?
Bro, the track Fear alone is just like
after coming after To Pimp a Butterfly, no, because he gave that To Pimp a Butterfly is a great it's a masterpiece. Damn is nowhere near that.
It's a completely different album though.
But I'm just saying.
See, you're doing the thing that you didn't want to do.
Hold on, but even next though. But even like I said, that's why I put Good Kid, because conceptually everything, Good Kid is a better album than Damn.
in 20 years, To Pimp a Butterfly.
Even all that, and I think it's aged better too. If you listen to Good Kid now, I think it aged better than Damn.
Well, Damn still got some aging to do, but
it's been what 3 going 4 years?
I don't know, bro. I can revisit Damn. Now, Good Kid, Mad City is a very digestible album, so like I understand that why people constantly go back to that, because it was so simply well done. But like Damn, I think, like I said, the concept overall, what it represents, and then a lot of those tracks, I definitely understand. There's like a track or two that you could probably throw away.
Yeah, throw away. Yeah,
but that doesn't stop necessarily an album from being a classic.
It doesn't.
So to me, like, the high points are just super high. Like, you can't deny how good Fear is, and even Duckworth. Like, these are like incredible tracks that all tell this one story. Now, because it was more commercially successful, I can see people be like, I don't know, like To Pimp a Butterfly was so damn dense. But that was like a pretty damn good piece of work that is still to this day being talked about. It's being broken down in multiple platforms.
Which one?
This is Damn. It's in like the literary, like all that stuff that they doing, like getting submitted to. That's a damn good piece of work. No pun intended.
To Pimp a Butterfly is going to be the album. I feel like it's going to be the next hip hop album that gets added to the Congress. How Nas did with Illmatic. Because it won a Pulitzer Prize, which is insane for a hip hop artist. And I really feel like he's going to be in the biggest library in the world one day. Like, that shit is
I think
insane.
so, too. Like I said, To Pimp a Butterfly is a masterpiece. I think it needs to be hung up somewhere. And just
legend.
You know what I'm saying? But like I said, Damn, I'll revisit it. But to me right now, Damn it's like his third best album.
If you call it the third best, I'm not mad at that.
Yeah. Like I said, his body of work is good, but I can't give you the best discography because
he's
that is yeah, like you see, and even Outkast, that discography is crazy. The young artists that's building, like I said, when they said
Young Nation.
No,
you're right.
Like, a lot of these artists that's even coming, and even then, like, but you said hip hop, so I'm trying to think of who else. Even though they had 2 albums, like Biggie had his 2 albums was pretty good.
See, but that's not fair.
Pac,
we didn't really get to see them grow with the music. Like
Pac's discography is not one.
Pac just got.
He got a classic. He definitely got a classic. It ain't one to brag about.
Pac ain't nothing to brag about. His
discography.
To put 2 out.
You got 3 albums you could brag about.
Okay, listen to this. Sylvia Demo, or what album was it?
2 American Number One?
No, it was the album.
All Eyes on Me.
Sylvia Demo or All Eyes on Me. Which one are you listening to?
No, nothing's funny about that.
Look at it.
Say your squad. What's going on here?
Actually, I actually do like All Eyes on Me a lot. So I actually would take All Eyes on Me. But Sylvia Demo's nice. It's super nice.
Okay.
Millennials.
Millennials.
He the youngest one here.
What?
I think a lot of Pac was great. Like, don't get me I'm not trying to discount that. I think a lot of people though, because he was so passionate and profound, he's like a cultural icon. I think a lot of people overrate some of the earlier music. Like he had some good tracks. It's just like, let's not overstate maybe what those earlier albums did. That's just my opinion on that.
I feel it. I get it. It's just slippery slope. That's all. This is kind of tough.
It's slippery slope with you.
Just spit it out.
This is slippery, but that's what's up. So, damn, man, that's crazy. Because I don't like artists getting away with everything, and I feel like for me, like for example, I love Wayne, and we talked about this off camera, but I love Wayne, but I also feel like artists get to a certain point, we love them, and they just can't mess up. You know what I'm saying? Because we love them so much. We love them so much that we accept everything. And when they give us something subpar, it's okay because it's so and so. I don't like that shit.
Man, you should be a better consumer than that.
You should be. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. I'm not neither. Like if some shit's bad, some shit's bad.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And one artist that I told them like that's like that in hip hop is Wayne. Like, you know what I'm saying? I feel like Wayne gets away with everything. He can do whatever he wants. And
I don't know.
Because his mixtapes, like, we forgive Wayne for everything. He can do whatever. You know
I don't think Well Done 5 was received well. I don't think Well Done 5 was received. Well, not Well Done. What was that?
Dedication?
Carter 5?
Yeah, the Carter 5. I don't think it was received well.
I don't think
Why'd I say Well Done?
I don't think he gets away. Like, I think people always think back to mixtape Wayne
And they forgive him.
I
It's
think
like
it's
Wayne
just,
gave us
I
all
think
this,
it's
so
just
it's
like,
okay.
I think
It's
overall
not.
he's just kind of diluted the legacy, but I think people always cling on to when he was at his best. Yeah. Like, people just like, okay, that shit was trash, but let's go back to mixtape Wayne. Like, I
We don't listen to No Ceilings to make up for
yeah, I
this
was
shit.
like, okay, I just got done crying listening to this mess, so let me go put on some old Wayne to like help me feel better.
Exactly.
So I don't know if it's like people let him get away with it versus his best was so good. You just go back to that versus what you hear now.
Well, another thing too with Wayne and dropping that album so late is I think he was forced to come out of retirement because of his money situation with Baby.
Which
He hasn't been getting paid, and he has to do something to get money because Baby he's known for not paying artists, and I really don't want that to go viral because I don't want Baby pressing me. How
you gonna show up in Kansas City right now? I want my respect. What was that?
Put some respect on my name. Put some respect on my name.
And bro was wilding, but yeah, I think Wayne felt forced to do that so he could stay up to date with his money. Yeah, I think that's what Pusha T was trying to get at with his when he was quoted on dissing him on that album he dropped when him and Drake was going back and forth. I think that's what he was getting at, and it made sense because it's just like, why are you still making music after taking this long break and you've already given so much to the hip hop world? We could tell that you don't want to do this anymore.
I feel that. So before we get out of here, all right, the last thing I seen on Twitter was crazy. Then we can get to sleepers and everything. All right, you paying $4,000 for rent?
Am I paying $4,000 for rent?
Yes, I seen somebody say, if what did you say? Y'all see what I'm talking about?
I know what you're talking about.
If you spend $4,000,
if you spending less than $4,000 on rent, you need to grow up type shit.
Oh, that's funny. I think that.
Seen that shit.
No, well, clearly no. Like,
it looks like I'm never fucking growing up then. It was just hilarious, bro.
Twitter's financial agency is just so amazing, isn't it?
It's ignorant. They got all the.
I mean, everybody's making
everything.
over 100,000.
LLC.
Everybody's having LLCs.
Well, bro, you got the LLC. You got the Birkin on the way.
Like, it's crazy. No, yeah, $4,000 rent is crazy. Even for like a New York or LA, I know niggas not paying that much unless they're.
Bro, I'm not paying for some rent.
If I could afford it, I would.
You say what?
Still wouldn't.
I wouldn't even pay a mortgage at $4,000. To be honest.
I mean, a mortgage is different because you're working to own it. I'm not paying that much for something I don't own.
Well, what was your rate? Like, why are you paying $4,000 for something? Like, what is going on?
Beachfront. It sounds like beachfront. Goddamn.
Sound like something I'm not
Like
interested in.
something I'm not paying.
It just sounds like the
I'm
people
gonna
that
fuck
were
with y'all.
bragging.
I'm gonna fuck with y'all. I'm gonna fuck with y'all. Bro.
It's like the people bragging about like the $1,000 car note. It's like, what rate did you get this at?
Facts.
Like,
You spending a
Should
rack on
not be
that.
paying that
honestly,
much.
you kind of revealing if you paying $4,000 for rent or you paying that much for a car note, you kind of revealing that your credit is probably ass.
Bad.
And
But the Birkin
Or you
coming.
take whatever deal somebody gonna give to you.
But the
So-
Birkin coming, so it don't matter.
On me.
That's crazy. Yeah, man, I seen that shit and I said, damn, looks like I'm never growing up. Cause I ain't paying for
On
all
me.
that shit.
I will stay a child my whole
for
life.
some fucking rent.
Rent,
Kiss my
nigga?
ass.
well, we are children of God, so it's not. I'm not venturing. into
Even
that.
God understands. Boy, you paying $4,000, you can't afford it. It's your fault.
I
But
seen somebody was like
Adam and Eve wasn't paying no rent.
literally living on the float.
now let's talk about that. They really wasn't paying no rent. Now I don't understand why y'all charging me. It's crazy that we get charged to live. When you break it down, like you get charged to live. That is crazy.
Yeah,
you get
like-
charged for the basic things in life that we need. That
And
is
Evergy made
insane.
a buck after all that stuff.
You get paid
happened.
for what you need. Like, you
I
gotta
looked.
pay for
I looked at my energy.
Nigga,
bill,
my
like,
daughter's hospital bills almost made me go John Q on that hospital.
bro, like they were
I am
literally
not gonna pay
for profit everything. Like damn.
everything.
You
I was
gotta
like,
pay for needs. You gotta pay for needs. That is crazy.
I was like, y'all really gonna charge me some light bill? Like, can we get a discount?
man,
Because these rolling blackouts.
I thought you was about to say something else. You said rolling black and mild.
I'm dead.
Wow.
You would think
you
that's what
down
they're
that
doing.
bad?
They had me messed up.
Feel that buzz.
Facts. So I got one more question, man, before we get out of here, and you give us your unknown. For the youth, man, that may be interested, for a young creative that may not know where to start, and just don't know where to go with it. What advice would you give them to just start out if they're in high school or just middle school and they see your magazine and want to know what does it take to just start? What advice would you give them?
Ooh, that's hard, and it's crazy. I'm not really an advice type of person. Okay. It's more or less, here's my experiences, this is what I went through. But I think for anybody, just get started. One thing that we don't think about as black creatives too, because a lot of niggas will get in random debates and try to be thought leaders and stuff about that. But I think what's always missing is the systemic racism component. The four of us have been blessed to have the experience that we have to know what we know. Exactly. But a lot of people have not. And that plays a part. So I don't want to excuse that, but I always say there is access to the internet. There's access to your phone. A lot of creative outlets that didn't exist prior to that. Get started, get to know people, ask questions. And I think really the beauty of community, that's the biggest thing. Like for us to be in this space, no issues come through, it's been simply through building community and building those relationships. So know that you can't do that shit by yourself. But no, you can learn a lot and ask the right questions to get in the right spaces. So I think that would just be my generic overlying advice. And I think also don't sleep on strategy. I'm a strategist as my profession now. So it's like, think about how you're going to make things happen and think about what you want to contribute to the world in a way that's insightful. Just know you're not going to do that right away because you're starting off. But eventually that's the goal. Yep. Contribute something new, do something cool. Who knows? Maybe you writing in quotations can end up making you millions. So,
you know what I'm saying? It's crazy. So with that, we're gonna go into words of encouragement. So that we're gonna take that for his and RT. What's your words of encouragement?
I don't want to follow that up.
It's a lot.
He's not really motivational.
And then went out and did that.
I mean, became Martin Luther King.
Oh me, Jesus,
brothers,
Jesus Christ,
brothers, listen to me.
I'm dead.
Words of encouragement, man. I don't know. I mean, take a leap of faith. That's what I'm gonna tell you.
Amen.
You can't. What is it? It was a quote somebody just told me. It's like they said, you got to take steps you've never taken to get to places you've never been before. That's what I'm gonna leave you with.
That's great. That's crazy.
For my motivation, I say just to be apt to learning every day, and to actually because I think it was Malcolm X that said it. The future. Wow. The future is like.
He said Malcolm X.
Relax, bro. But the future. What did he say?
Take your time. Find it.
The future. You know what? Just go. Just go.
It's your brother. Come on, man. Find it.
I'm trying to find it. Come back to me.
All right,
I have to find this Friday.
For me, man, this week is gonna be find something you love and then lock in. And I say that because throughout this, if you touched on basically just making sure your foundation is straight. And with anything, if your foundation is straight, that then makes you in tune with yourself, which then makes your art that you put out, it makes you that much more confident. Feel what I'm saying? Because your foundation is good. You know what you are. So then everything after it don't matter whether it's good or bad because your foundation is good. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure you know what BYDESIGN is, so it don't matter good or bad. You know what your brand stand on. So at the end of the day, I don't care about what y'all say. I know what Loudkicks is. We know each other. So therefore, it don't matter what you say because our foundation is solid. So that's my encouraging words for the week. Make sure your foundation is solid. Make sure you love it too, because that's what's going to drive you. You know what I'm saying? When you do get those, discouraging things, you know what I'm saying? It can knock you off your square, but just know that. With you being in tune, there's no reason for you to get knocked off your square. You know what I'm saying? Bend, don't break. You know what I'm saying? So, all right, Quez, back to you. Found a quote?
Yeah,
from Brother Malcolm. Yeah,
from Brother Malcolm. He said, "The future belongs to those who prepare for it today."
That's all right.
Yeah,
fight the power.
It's great.
Buy you a Malcolm X poster.
Okay,
that's all right. Look, thank you.
I really hope that happens.
He happy.